bullies surrounded me. I screamed at the top of my lungs, the desperate cries of a young boy about to be beaten. They spit in my face, called me fatty, and then a split second later, bam, lights out. My body crumbled to the floor. At just 9 years old, I thought I was going to die. And every day for the next 22 years were a living hell. Hi, my name is Josh, and I have an unusual story to share with you about how being bullied as a kid, fat-shamed my entire life, and moments away from having a fatal heart attack unlocked a secret that miraculously melted away over 110 pounds off my body to save my own life. An ancient secret so powerful it completely eliminated my risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity after struggling with my weight for over 2 decades. Day after day, I couldn't believe my eyes when I stepped on the scale. And my doctor was amazed when I lost 7 inches off my waist so quickly without starving myself, exercising, or counting calories. All by eating more soup, specifically super healing soups, made up of ancient spices from the Bible that activate a hormonal reaction deep in your cells that burn fat for energy. I'll never forget the look on my doctor's face when I dropped 37 pounds in just 20 days, after he told me I'd never make it to see my 60th birthday. I went on to detox away another 51 pounds just a few months later. Altogether, I flushed away an extra 110 pounds off my body and kept it off for good, all thanks to a bizarre soup recipe from halfway across the country that landed in my lap one night after praying for a miracle at midnight mass. I remember thinking, could eating this soup really be the answer to my prayers? It just seemed too easy. You can't buy this soup in stores, and you won't find the recipe in any diet cookbook because the person who shared it with me was sworn to secrecy. The good news is you can find all the ingredients at your local grocery store. I'll bet you even have most of them sitting in your pantry right now. This soup detox works incredibly fast, and you can do it as often as you want to flush away 20, 40, even 80 or more pounds just like I did. The more often you use it, the faster it works. It not only melted away over 110 pounds off my body and kept it off for good, it also skyrocketed my confidence, increased my energy, ramped up my sex drive, and put me in full control of my health for the first time in my life. No more prescription meds, no more doctor visits, and no more restrictive diet plans. I did it all without any exercise, without taking any supplements, without starving myself or giving up my favorite foods, without ever feeling hungry, without having surgery, without really dieting at all. Now, the unusual thing about my incredible weight loss is all I really did was a quick coffee cleanse first thing in the morning, based on this weird white coffee recipe passed down by my ancient ancestors, followed by a strange soup detox at night that shrunk my stomach while I slept. That's right, after stumbling on this bizarre coffee cleanse and these super healing soups, I was losing weight faster than ever, and the only exercise I did was walking my dog around the block. It's given me the freedom to do everything I always wanted without feeling self-conscious, like go on vacations all over the world, marry my high school sweetheart, and be more active in my church and my community. Before I share these recipes with you, there's one thing you gotta know. You can use these recipes as often as you want. However, a lot of the information I'm going to share with you today goes against what 99% of doctors, nutritionists, and health experts recommend when it comes to losing weight. What I'm about to tell you flies in the face of a $50 billion industry designed to make the rich richer and the sick sicker by keeping you hooked on foods that make you tired, weak, and fat. So if you've ever struggled to lose weight, or if you simply don't feel like yourself anymore, then I want you to know one thing. It is not your fault. You've simply been fed a web of lies we're about to uncover here today. Lies that include why exercising is a horrible way to lose weight, why green smoothies can actually make you fatter because they activate a hormonal response in your body to store fat, and the organic fruits and vegetables you probably think are healthy, yet are secretly pumped up with toxic pesticides and hidden sugars that expand your waistline. The giant food conglomerates, big pharma, and even your local doctors do not want this information revealed because they have blood on their hands. And if everyone is happy and healthy, then no one will be left to purchase their high-priced drugs, expensive prescriptions, and addictive GMO-filled foods. So please, watch this short presentation to the very end, because I'm just a small fish in a big pond of high-priced lawyers and aggressive attorneys, which means this video can be taken down at any moment once they realize the truth has been leaked. You're here right now for a reason. Call it fate, divine intervention, or a higher calling. Just know it's not a coincidence, so please pay close attention, because I'm about to reveal the hidden secret to losing 20, 40, even 80 or more pounds without ever feeling hungry or exercising for a single second. With something so simple and so easy, anyone at any age in any physical condition can use it to look, move, and feel better starting today. All thanks to an ancient super healing secret that detoxed over 100 pounds off my body when nothing ever worked for me before. When you apply this secret, you'll naturally look decades younger, so you can stop buying the expensive creams, lotions, and cover-ups that hide the real you. You'll finally move pain-free, with all those nagging aches and pains eliminated from your body for good. And you'll feel lighter, leaner, and more energetic, so you can play with your kids or even your grandkids for hours without getting tired, creating lifelong memories that they will remember forever. Now you might be wondering, who am I? And why am I sharing these super healing secrets with you? Like I said before, my name is Josh, and no, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, and I'm definitely not a personal trainer who's been lean, fit, and popular their entire lives, while never actually struggling with their weight. I'm just a Christian from Georgia with a story to share, after getting picked on and bullied every single day of my life for being fat. And through some divine miracle I still can't explain, I lost 37 pounds in just 20 days, and 110 pounds overall, to save my own life from the grips of obesity and diabetes, using a simple soup detox that I'm gonna share with you right here today. The same super healing soup recipes that have helped over 12,384 women and men, just like you, transform their body. Like Nancy, who dropped 7 pounds in the first 10 days to jumpstart her weight loss when she hadn't lost a single pound in years. And Carrie, a 39-year-old mother of two who got down to 123 pounds after struggling with her weight following her latest pregnancy. That's right, she melted away 31 pounds so quickly, she weighs less now than she weighed in high school over 20 years ago, going from this to this, even though she was just a few months away from turning 40. In 20 days or less, you can have similar results just like Carrie, Nancy, and me. Yes, these super healing soups are that powerful, which is why I'm going to share them with you in just a moment. However, even though I went on to run one of the world's most popular weight loss websites called Trustworthy Fitness, nothing could have prepared me for the torture I carry around with me to this day, from being bullied as the fat kid growing up. You see, I've been overweight my whole life. I was teased, picked on, and beaten up as a kid. I had food thrown in my face, I was shoved in lockers, spit on, and I would run home crying because of how cruel the other kids were to me. As I got older, it only got worse. Making friends was hard because I was so self-conscious about my weight. My coworkers told jokes and laughed at me behind my back, and I'd spend all day feeling alone. Then, at the end of the day, I'd go home and comfort myself with food. I'd eat whatever I could get my hands on, just to numb the pain. And the more I ate, the more weight I gained. Before I knew it, I was struggling to get out of bed in the morning. I'd have to squeeze into my car before heading off to work, and I quickly ballooned up to over 300 pounds. Day after day, I felt helpless. And even though my wife was supportive, I could feel our marriage slowly slipping away. I could tell she wasn't attracted to me anymore. I didn't even want to take my clothes off in front of her because I was so disgusted with how I looked and how I felt in my own skin. Finally, after a screaming match that almost ended our marriage, my wife convinced me to go to the doctor. I knew I wasn't healthy. I knew I was carrying around way too much extra weight. However, nothing could have blunted the blow my doctor delivered that day. After a round of tests, he walked into the room and dropped a bomb that shattered my soul. The x-rays showed I had layers of thick fat around my heart, stomach, and arteries. This thick fat, known as visceral fat, is extremely dangerous and deadly, and it was wrapped around my heart. Soon, with the amount of pressure this thick fat was putting on my heart, it was almost guaranteed I'd have a heart attack before I turned 40. And he said that if something didn't change, I'd be dead before 60. I remember sitting there frozen, crushed. My heart dropped. Sure, I knew I was a little overweight, but I never thought my life was in danger. Until now. I heard my wife bawling her eyes out in the corner of the doctor's office. My future flashed before my eyes, and I thought, will my wife and I ever have kids? Will I be around long enough to see them grow up? This should have been a wake-up call, but it wasn't. As dumb as it sounds, I just didn't know where to start, so I didn't. As I gained more weight, my life got worse. I was embarrassed to go out in public. It felt like everyone was staring at me the moment I walked in the room. Wherever I went, it felt like people were laughing at me. I stopped going to parties and doing fun things with my friends. Even when I got married, there wasn't a photographer at the wedding because I didn't want my picture taken. And my wife was crushed because we wouldn't have any photos from our big day. Nothing to hang on the wall to celebrate and remember our love. But I just couldn't stand the thought of showing our soon-to-be kids pictures of my fat face. One night when my wife came home from a long day of work, I was a mess. There was fast food wrappers spread all over the table, empty bags of potato chips on the floor, and ice cream melting on the counter. I hadn't gotten off the couch all day. And that's when my wife let me have it. "Stop feeling so damn sorry for yourself," she yelled. But it didn't matter what she said. It just made me dig deeper into my hole. And like always, I turned to food for comfort. Food that would help me feel something different. Food that would take away the pain, at least for a moment. Food that was always there for me and never left. Food that was there to comfort me when I got teased at school and had no friends. Food that never judged me. It's hard to explain, but it felt like I had an actual relationship with food. And if I give that up, what will I have left? It's the one thing that's always there, no matter how awful my day is, no matter how crappy my job is, no matter how rude or mean other people are to me. I could always count on food to be there for me when no one else was. Then a few weeks later, through my wife's loving pleas, something flipped inside of me. I was tired of feeling heavy all the time. I was tired of feeling thick when I tried on new clothes. I was tired of the flabby skin, the acne, the way my belly jiggled when I walked, the love handles. I made a vow, then and there, that no matter what it took, I would get my body back and lose the weight. This time, I was serious, and it was time to get to work. So I went to my computer and started researching the safest and easiest ways to lose weight. And everything I read pointed to one thing: a low-fat diet. And it made sense. The less fat you eat, the less fat you gain. So I started making low-fat meals, smoothies, and snacks. I completely changed my diet and started eating oatmeal with skim milk, blueberries, and sliced banana for breakfast. I had big salads for lunch with low-fat dressing, and plenty of veggies, lean protein, brown rice, and fruits for dinner. For weeks, I followed it religiously. I was going to make everyone who ever doubted, teased, or bullied me finally eat their words. This time was going to be different. I even joined a gym, started doing more cardio, and high-intensity interval workouts that I was told would speed up my metabolism. I hated working out, every last second of it, but I pushed through for my wife. And then something shocking happened. After the first month, I gained 4 pounds. I got fatter and felt weaker. I was so crushed and frustrated that I remember screaming into my pillow at night, "Why does this always have to be so hard?" It's like my body was cursed and my punishment was to always be fat. Is it this hard for everyone else? I kept wondering. I was so angry at the world, at all the people in the gym in their cut-off shirts and tight yoga pants that make it seem so easy. Burn more calories than you eat, everyone says, or eat less and move more. Right, they make it sound so easy. It's like some people were just born fat and that's the way it is. It'll never change no matter what you try. At least that's how I felt after failing again. So as a Christian, I did the only thing I knew how. I went to church and prayed. I prayed for my health. I prayed for my marriage. I prayed for an answer. And like I knew he would, God answered my prayers. Later that night, I got a text from my friend Derek, a weight loss coach from Wisconsin. We'd met in San Diego at a business seminar a few months earlier and stayed in touch. He could sense something was wrong, so I poured my heart out to him. And in 7 simple words, my entire life changed forever. He said, "Just do the opposite of everyone else." Confused, I still wasn't sure what he meant. So he sent me dozens of peer-reviewed scientific studies, articles clipped from medical journals, and the latest research from advanced online publications. And the same theme kept popping up over and over again. Most of the so-called healthy foods on a low-fat diet actually cause inflammation in your body. And when your body's filled with inflammation, it zaps your energy and tricks your cells into storing more fat. Hidden inflammation is the underlying factor in almost every disease known to man, and it can make you fatter. Although you can't see it or feel it, it wreaks havoc on your internal organs and makes losing weight virtually impossible. However, what most people don't know is it's caused by the food you eat, which is why without knowing, I was creating a toxic, highly inflammatory environment in my body, and that's why I was gaining weight. Then Derek sent me a series of soup recipes that he wanted me to try for the next 20 days. And not just any soup recipes, healing soups with ancient recipes from the Bible that help cleanse the body of hidden inflammation to naturally burn more fat. Skeptical, because I've eaten plenty of soup before and never lost any weight, I started poring over the research Derek sent me to see if this would actually work. I wanted proof that this wasn't another fad that would get my hopes up like so many others had before. That night, I rolled up my sleeves and got to work, poring through dozens of medical journals, online research papers, and public weight loss studies. I started taking pages and pages of notes. Before I knew it, I filled up 2 big blue notebooks, which became my own personal fat-burning Bible. And what I discovered was shocking. According to the latest research from the U.S. National Library of Medicine, these healing spices can help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, heart disease, inflammation, inflammatory bowel disease, arthritis, hypertension, dementia, muscle aches, cramps, constipation, and even Alzheimer's. And how eating more fat, specifically saturated fat, helps burn more unwanted fat off your body, even though it's been demonized in the media for decades. All thanks to a government cover-up after they got in bed with the wheat industry, so they could both make a fortune while the health of Americans suffered. Even though all this scientific research was pointing to these healing spices and saturated fats being the answer, I was still skeptical. I've tried adding more spices to my meals. I've tried high-fat diets like the Atkins. I've even tried intermittent fasting, low-carb diets, and slim fast to get the weight off, and the results are always the same. I lose a few pounds here and there, and then the moment I go back to eating normal food, the weight comes right back on, and more. The days went by, and I kept digging through the research. I was determined that this time would be different. And I wasn't going to let myself off the hook like I always do. And as I read more and more about these exotic healing spices, I had a revelation, and I wanted to put it to the test. I knew that I had to take some sort of action if I wanted my body and my life to change. So I took the principles I had written down in my fat-burning Bible, combined the super healing soup recipes Derek had sent over, and I created a 20-day blueprint to test out on myself. Honestly, I didn't think it would work. I mean, how would this be any different than everything I tried in the past? I was sick and tired of getting my hopes up, so this time I didn't. I just surrendered to my fat-burning Bible and let my faith be the driving force for my motivation. Now, this blueprint was biblically based on 3 stomach-shrinking scriptures I discovered in my research that guided me along this entire journey after praying on the Bible one night. Stomach-shrinking scriptures that flattened my belly, slimmed down my waistline, and skyrocketed my natural energy to levels I'd never felt before. These stomach-shrinking scriptures work so well and so fast because they go against what the mainstream media tells you when it comes to burning fat and losing weight. I struggled with my weight for over 20 years, and this is the only thing that not only melted the fat off, it never left me feeling hungry, never left me feeling exhausted, and never left me feeling deprived of my favorite foods. Everything I tried before failed, like drinking Slim Fast shakes, cutting carbs, and even eating a plant-based diet full of fruits and vegetables. No matter what I tried, I kept gaining more weight. I started buying baggier clothes to hide the fat that was piling up on my body. I hid in my house all summer long because I was terrified of taking my shirt off at the beach. My wife and I stopped going out for romantic dinners because I couldn't stand to be seen in public, stuffing my face to soothe the pain of living in a body I didn't recognize anymore. I lived in this constant shame and pain for years, until I stumbled upon these super healing soup recipes that changed everything forever. And I know that may sound too good to be true. However, the reason why it works so well is because it's so simple. It's not about eating less and exercising more, or eating fewer calories than you burn. It's about decreasing the fat-storing hormone called insulin in your body that kills your ability to burn fat. And I'm going to explain it all here in my 3 stomach-shrinking scriptures that you can use to transform your body, no matter how old you are. Stomach-shrinking scripture number 1. Stop eating low-fat foods. I know you've been told for years, even decades, that you should eat less fat if you want to lose weight. However, that's completely not true. You see, all the low-fat foods like light yogurt, bran cereal, whole wheat bread, brown rice, skim milk, and potatoes, they get turned into sugar in your body. And these extra sugars are transported to your cells and stored as fat. Look, no one likes it when I tell them that eating a baked potato is basically like eating a Snickers bar. But it's true. Whenever you eat potatoes, just picture eating a big bowl of sugar, because that's what you're doing. Which is why avoiding these foods is one of the best things you can do to shrink your stomach and waistline incredibly fast. Stomach shrinking scripture number 2. Stop snacking. When I was desperately trying to lose weight while reading everything I could get my hands on, everyone was telling me to eat 5 to 6 small meals a day to keep my metabolism boosted. The problem is, Your body releases a hormone called insulin whenever you eat. So if you're constantly eating every 2 to 3 hours, your body is constantly releasing insulin, which creates a fat storing environment in your body. It's impossible to burn off the fat around your belly, love handles, thighs, and butt if you're constantly eating all day long, no matter how healthy the foods are. Even worse, eating every couple of hours puts a huge amount of stress on your digestive system, which makes losing weight virtually impossible. Think about it. How can you expect to burn off the unwanted fat from your body if you're constantly shoving food down your throat every couple of hours? To get the fastest results possible, keep your insulin levels lower by snacking less. Stomach shrinking scripture number 3. Stop exercising for the next 30 days. Look, I know I'm going to get killed for this by other personal trainers and weight loss experts. However, exercising is a horrible way to lose weight. All it does is make you hungrier, and that's why people end up wasting hours at the gym, running in circles on the treadmill, and yet their body never looks any different. And don't even get me started on all the high-intensity interval training. Here's what most people don't know. When you do high-intensity exercise, your body naturally burns your stored sugar for energy. Sugar is your most readily available energy source and the easiest one to use. So, when you go to one of these boot camp classes or do a bunch of high-intensity intervals, your body is burning through all the stored sugar in your liver. The problem with that is you're burning sugar and not fat. And I mean, isn't the whole point of exercising to burn more fat? Now, there's one more thing I want to share with you. And I couldn't end this presentation without sharing it because I see so many people doing this wrong, which is why I'm giving you a bonus stomach shrinking scripture right here, right now. So make sure you write this down, okay? The bonus stomach shrinking scripture is, stop drinking fruit smoothies. Look, there are healthy smoothie shops all over the place. One just opened up right next door to the gym near my house, and I see all these people in their workout clothes and yoga pants walking to their cars with a healthy smoothie in their hands. However, what they don't know is they are murdering their results. You see, most fruits are very high in sugar. However, when you eat them whole, the fiber in the fruit balances it out, so you don't get a huge sugar spike when eating most fruits. Now, when you put those same fruits like a banana, apple, pineapple, or dates in a smoothie, the blender shreds up all the fiber. So what happens is, without the fiber in your smoothie, it's basically like drinking a Coke or a big glass of apple juice. The sugar goes straight to your liver. Your body releases insulin as a result, which tells your body to store more fat. So make sure to stop drinking fruit smoothies, because it's no different than drinking a 24-ounce Coke while you're trying to lose weight. Weeks of pouring through research and medical journals from the top resources around the world lit a fire in my belly like nothing had before. I was tired of letting my wife down while skipping out on double dates because I was so embarrassed about my weight. I always had an excuse ready to go. I'm too tired. I have to get up early in the morning for work. Let's just stay in, the two of us, and watch a movie. I was so tired of being judged. So when my weight was at an all-time high, I decided to do something I'd never done before. I was finally ready to put myself first and trust my fat-burning Bible to show me the way. So I printed out the 20-page blueprint and got started the next morning. In the first 24 hours, I was already down 1.5 pounds. After 3 days, I was stunned to lose 7 pounds and the fat around my belly and love handles was starting to shrink. Day by day, I felt better than ever with amazing energy. I had so much extra energy I started getting more done at work. And my wife and I started going out and doing more things together. I finally felt focused with a purpose in my life. And it was like my brain was finally firing on all cylinders. On day number 20, I anxiously stepped on the scale to see just how far I'd come. And what happened next was nothing short of a miracle. My wife stood there with a smile I hadn't seen since our wedding day. After just 20 days of following the plan I scribbled down in my fat-burning Bible, I was down 37 pounds and 11 inches melted off my belly and waist, even though I never exercised and never felt hungry. I looked like a whole new person. I felt amazing. You couldn't wipe the smile off my face. However, even though my body was rapidly transforming and the weight was coming off faster than ever, I still had to face my biggest challenge of all. My doctor said I had another 75 pounds to lose before I was safe from the risks of a sudden heart attack or type 2 diabetes. And there was still a layer of thick fat covering my heart. So even though I felt incredible after losing 37 pounds in just 20 days, and even though my energy levels were through the roof, I knew there was still a long way to go. That's when I fell back on my faith and remembered that God had a plan for me. So instead of worrying about what could go wrong, I felt His presence and pictured what could go right. Just 1 month later, I'd melted away another 13 pounds of pure fat off my body, and another 41 pounds just a few months after that. And before the end of the year, I dropped 110 pounds to shock my doctor and stun everyone in my small Georgia town, completely eliminating my risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke, while saving my heart and my life. For the first time ever, people started complimenting me on my appearance. My friends started saying things like, "You look so great," and "Wow, you're so skinny," or "I don't know what you're doing, but it's working." My wife was thrilled because I haven't been this thin since we met over 15 years ago as high school sweethearts. I weigh less now than I did in high school, even though I'm older with a slower metabolism, and I'm far less active while eating as much as I want. And when people started to notice, they asked what I was doing. So I started sharing my 20-day fat-burning Bible with a few close friends and family members who went on to share it with their friends. And before I knew it, complete strangers were contacting me out of nowhere to share their incredible results. Like Rebecca, who messaged me on Facebook about how she lost 7 pounds in the first 10 days alone and she couldn't be happier. Or Dr. Sadiq, who lost 8.8 pounds in just 3 days, and another 20 pounds after that without starving himself or giving up his favorite foods. Before I knew it, hundreds of people got their hands on my fat-burning Bible. It became the miracle manual for anyone who had more than 15 pounds to lose and absolutely hated exercise. All thanks to a cup of soup and a coffee cleanse. That's when I knew this was another sign from God nudging me in the right direction. To make it my mission to help more middle-agers around the world who are struggling with their weight, extra and unwanted fat on their body, with low energy levels and chronic fatigue. This was his way of telling me it was time to make a change in my life and focus my soul on serving others who struggled with their weight like I had for so many years. So that's exactly what I did. I quit my job, and I took the notes from my fat-burning Bible and put them into a step-by-step system that over 10,000 women and men have used in the last 11 months alone to shrink their stomach, burn more fat, and transform their bodies. When you combine the morning coffee cleanse, along with eating more energizing fats throughout the day, and finish it off by doing the strange soup detox before bed, that floods your belly with ancient super healing spices that reduce inflammation and reprogram your body to burn your stored fat for energy. It's easy to see how women and men just like you have lost 3 to 11 pounds in the first week alone. Your body is never hungry. Your energy skyrockets as the number on the scale drops dramatically. And it's so simple, you'll wonder why you've never heard about something this easy before. So after 11 months of testing this system with people all over the world, with jaw-dropping results like Maxine, she lost over 10 pounds and 2 inches off her waist, hips, and thighs in the first week alone. And since everyone who wrote in had a common theme, that their stomachs were shrinking even though they weren't exercising, my fat-burning Bible quickly got nicknamed the Flat Belly Detox. Flat Belly Detox is a simple 20-day step-by-step weight loss system that I personally used myself to melt away 37 pounds in just 20 days. And over 110 pounds overall, when nothing ever worked for me before. Designed specifically to shrink your stomach and your waistline without any crazy high-intensity exercise, joint-killing workouts, or restrictive meal plans. In the first 24 hours, you'll start to feel your body getting a bit lighter and leaner. Over the next 3 days, the pounds will start melting off, thanks to the super healing soups that flush away the toxins in your body as you reprogram your metabolism to burn fat for energy. And in the first week alone, you can be down 3, 7, even 11 pounds or more without ever feeling hungry or exercising for a single second. Look, I spent my entire life going on different diets, so I know how it feels to be frustrated with your weight, feeling like nothing ever works, and skeptical of every new diet fad that makes it to the mainstream. I've been extremely protective of this program over the last 11 months because I didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands, the hands of the greedy, money-hungry diet companies who only care about profits while lining their pockets all the way to the bank. Which is why I took the last few dollars I had to make this short video so I could share my story with you in hopes it'll motivate you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because you do not have to suffer feeling like you're never good enough. You do not have to walk around with 20, 40, even 60 or more extra pounds weighing you down. And you definitely do not have to struggle on restrictive diets, crazy workout programs, or weekend juice cleanses that never keep the weight off long term. Look, Flat Belly Detox doesn't take any extra effort on your part. After all, there are no high-intensity workouts that kill your joints and leave you feeling exhausted for days on end. No calorie counting or portion-sized meals that are so restricted you want to give up after the first day. And definitely no gym memberships that make you work out in front of a bunch of strangers, making you feel embarrassed while all the stick figures in yoga pants laugh at you under their breath. You don't even have to exercise if you don't want to, because as I mentioned earlier, exercise is a terrible way to lose weight. It's just something that personal trainers have sold you on for years as the only way to lose weight, because their careers are based on selling you as many sessions and packages as possible. Flat Belly Detox is unlike anything you've ever seen before because it's designed by someone who actually struggled with their weight for years and finally found a way out. Something that's completely stress-free and strips away your extra body fat quickly and easily. Following along with this step-by-step fat-burning Bible like myself, Carrie, Maxine, Nancy, and so many others already have, and involves no long, boring exercise routines, no bland meal plans, and no starving yourself. Instead, you can take advantage of this simple roadmap that tells you exactly what to do so you can start burning fat in the next 24 hours, even if you're extremely busy with no time to spare. Here's a quick sample of the stomach shrinking secrets you're going to discover in the Flat Belly Detox system today. These aren't available in any other program because no one else knows about them. You're going to discover how 1 tablespoon of this weird breakfast belly oil helps reprogram your body to burn more fat every single day. So you'll be burning fat while you're at work, dropping the kids off, and even while you're relaxing on the couch watching TV. This is my secret weapon that jump-started my own weight loss and led to 37 pounds melting away in just 20 days. This trick shrinks your fat cells and jumpstarts your metabolism to burn off the stored fat around your belly, love handles, hips, and thighs for energy all day long. Do you feel hungry the moment you wake up in the morning? Does it seem like you're snacking all the time, and no matter how much you eat, you never feel full? Well, I'll show you the 11-second coffee cleanse you can do first thing in the morning to kill your cravings and your hunger, so your body knows to start burning fat from the moment you wake up. It's all based on this weird white coffee you can make right at home in 11 seconds or less to increase your energy, wipe away brain fog, and burn more fat no matter how much you eat later on in the day. This coffee cleanse will kill hunger before it even starts. Can you see how losing weight becomes so much easier when you're not hungry all morning long? You'll also discover the super healing soups that shrink your stomach, and were the secret key to me losing over 110 pounds when nothing ever worked for me before. These delicious, slimming soups made with ancient super healing spices help eliminate inflammation at the cellular level, so you'll not only have more natural energy, your body will start burning off the visceral fat that's covering your heart, lungs, liver, and other vital organs as we speak. Visceral fat is the most deadly form of fat, which is why it's so important to start stripping it off today before it's too late. Think all fruits are healthy? Think again. In fact, there are 5 organic fruits you should absolutely avoid at all costs if you want to burn fat and lose more weight. These are fruits most doctors and nutritionists will tell you are healthy. However, if you have 15 or more pounds to lose, these fruits are likely making you fatter. I see so many women and men eating these fruits for breakfast or an early morning snack, which sends hormonal signals to your body to store more fat instead of burning it off. That's why I created this informational video series, so you'll know exactly which ones to avoid so you can get even faster results. And I'll show you the 3 things you can eat at lunch every single day to lose weight without exercising. These 3 foods are what have kept the 110 pounds off my body for good. And the best part is, you'll never feel hungry. You'll never feel deprived. And honestly, you won't feel like you're on a diet at all, because you can eat as much of these mouth-watering foods as you like. And no, they're not fruits or vegetables. Plus, I'm going to take you by the hand and show you the #1 energy fat you should be eating every single day to dramatically boost your energy, balance your cholesterol, lower your blood sugar, and shrink your stomach. This fat source has been demonized by most of the mainstream media, and it's just one of my secret weapons that strips the fat off faster than anything else I've tried. And I'll show you how you can eat your favorite foods like fluffy egg and cheese omelets, thick slices of bacon, mouth-watering chocolate, and my personal favorite, pepperoni pizza, while still losing weight week after week without fail. Imagine eating more of these delicious foods while your body transforms right before your eyes. Just picture eliminating the nagging aches and pains for good as you start to move, look, and feel better every single day. I want you to be lighter, leaner, and healthier. And to show you how much I care, I'm giving away 4 free gifts for trying out the Flat Belly Detox system here today. And you can keep these gifts even if you try the program and realize it's not for you. Gift number 1, the 24-hour Cheat Tox. A $47 value, this 1-day detox plan shows you exactly how to eat your favorite cheat meals to lose weight even faster. Cheat meals are like a juicy burger and greasy french fries, a huge piece of warm lasagna with cheese hanging over the edges and thick pieces of buttery garlic bread. Or one of my favorites, a big bowl of cookie dough ice cream with whipped cream and chocolate fudge on top. You see, over the years I developed a strategic way to eat these delicious foods without storing them as fat. So you can take advantage of this 24-hour cheat tox every single week so you never feel deprived of your favorite foods, while the number on the scale continues to go down. Gift number 2, Fat Burning Restaurant Survival Guide, a $37 value. A $37 value. The reason why most diets are absolutely miserable is because you can't go out and enjoy a delicious meal. Instead, you're stuck at home eating chicken or broccoli or another boring dry salad. This restaurant survival guide will show you the secrets on how to go to any restaurant and eat amazing, delicious meals while still burning fat. Bring this with you whenever you go out to eat as your secret weight loss weapon. Gift number 3, triple your fat burning overnight, a $67 value. Did you know there's an easy technique you can use tonight to triple your fat burning? And the best part is, it doesn't take any extra time out of your day. That means you could be down 2 to 3 pounds tonight without doing any exercise. And research has shown it helps improve mental clarity, reduce brain fog, improve your immunity, and gives you more natural energy. This secret system is one of the easiest ways to lose weight even if you're not on a diet, and has worked wonders for women and men in their 40s and 50s all the way up to their 70s and 80s. The more weight you have to lose, the faster it works. Gift number 4, the number 1 vegetable you should never eat exclusive video report, a $25 value. We've all been brainwashed to believe that all vegetables are healthy. However, that simply isn't true. And it's why you may be struggling to lose weight even though it seems like you're eating healthy and doing everything right. Every day I see well-meaning middle-agers throwing their results away by eating this vegetable for dinner. That's why I'm giving you this free video report along with the 3 other gifts absolutely free when you get started on the Flat Belly Detox today. So how do you get started on the proven path to your total body transformation? Well, by now you're probably wondering how much it costs to get started with the Flat Belly Detox system, plus the $176 in free gifts, 24-hour cheat talks, the fat burning restaurant survival guide, the triple your fat burning overnight blueprint, and the number 1 vegetable to avoid exclusive video report. After dieting for over 20 years and doing everything from slim fast to Atkins to low carb to intermittent fasting, I can tell you firsthand that nothing available right now compares to the life-changing results being produced by the Flat Belly Detox. It's the only blueprint that I was able to follow without giving up, without quitting, without giving in to the cravings and binges, to lose over 110 pounds and keep it off for good. What makes this different is that from day 1, I take you by the hand and show you step by step exactly what to do to get the results you desire. You're not doing this alone. We're doing it together. I've been in your shoes before and I know what works and what doesn't. So with me in your corner helping you along the way, do you see how you can finally get the results you desire? Look, the truth is, you could go out and hire a personal trainer to whip you into shape. However, we've already discussed how exercise is a terrible way to lose weight. Plus, each back-breaking high-intensity workout will cost you up to $100. If you go just 3 times a week, that's $1,200 per month just to leave you feeling sore, tired, and exhausted after every session. You could also go out and hire a nutritionist. However, most registered dietitians are taught to follow a low-fat diet, the same diet the government has prescribed since the 1960s, which has left over 66% of Americans overweight and over 33% of Americans clinically obese. Plus, research shows our children are more obese than ever, following the guidelines most of these expensive dietitians recommend. And it would easily cost you $500 or more per month to work with them in person. You could also go online and start reading the millions of weight loss articles available to you for free. The thing is, anyone can post an article online, which means most of them are written from uneducated experts with no qualifications or credentials. And with so much confusing information out there, it's almost impossible to know what to believe. You could also try the latest fat-burning supplement and shell out over $50 praying it'll work. The thing is, most weight loss supplements are unregulated, which means companies can flat out lie and promise you the world without any consequences. And the God's honest truth is, most supplements are made up of fillers like sand that make them heavier so companies can charge more. That means you can be paying up to $500 a year or more on pills and supplements that don't do anything except drain your bank account. Or you can follow the proven path I've already paved for you by not only doing this myself, but also helping over 10,126 women and men lose their unwanted weight over the last 11 months alone. When you feed your body the super healing soups and spices it needs to help reduce inflammation and spark more natural energy, the weight can't help but melt off. There's no starving yourself, no counting calories, no strict rules. For once, the foods you eat will actually fill you up so you'll never feel deprived, you'll never feel hungry, and your cravings for sweet and sugar-filled foods will quickly disappear. Even better, you don't have to exercise if you don't want to. You can easily lose 20, 40, even 60 or more pounds without exercise by simply following the 3-step system I've already laid out for you. So let me ask you, how much is it worth to you to never go on another diet again? How much is it worth to you to have all-day energy so you can get more accomplished and give more love to those who matter most in your life? How much is it worth to you to add another decade onto your life where you're looking, feeling, and moving like you did 30 years ago? And what are you going to do if you don't take action today? Over the past year, I've gotten hundreds of emails, private messages, and texts from people who lost anywhere from 10 to 60 plus pounds, telling me that they would have easily paid $197 for this stomach shrinking formula. Why? Because when you add up the monthly prescription medications, all the doctor visits, the higher insurance premiums, and all the money they were spending on the food that didn't fuel their body, along with lost promotions at work and lower salaries, which have been documented for overweight people compared to their lean counterparts, a one-time payment of $197 to eliminate all those struggles for the rest of your life is an absolute steal. However, it's not about the money for me. Money wouldn't have helped when I was a kid sitting alone on the bus while everyone threw food and shot spitwads at me. Money wouldn't have helped when I pleaded with my wife not to take any pictures at our wedding because I hated how I looked. Money wouldn't have helped when my doctor told me I had a thick layer of fat smothering my heart. I've gone through so much stress, frustration, and disappointment with my own weight loss journey over the past 20 years. Yet it's the driving force pushing me out of my comfort zone to help you transform your body and improve your health, no matter how old you are. God has made it perfectly clear that it's my mission to help others who are struggling like I was. And I truly want to make this decision as easy as possible, which is why I'm going to take an incredible 60% off the suggested price of just $197, which drops the price down to only $79. I think you'll agree that the results you get with my help, along with the 4 free bonuses, are well worth the amount. However, I want to make this even easier for you. Since you took the time out of your busy schedule to watch this presentation and listen to my story, I know you're an action taker who's committed to losing weight. I remember what it was like when my parents both got laid off and money was tight, and that feeling will stick with me forever. Which is why when you say yes to the Flat Belly Detox today, you're not going to pay the heavily discounted rate of just $79. Instead, all I ask is that you help cover the website cost of keeping this free presentation running online by making a one-time investment of just $37 in yourself and your health. That means you'll get instant access to the entire Flat Belly Detox system, along with the 24-hour cheat talks, the fat-burning restaurant survival guide, the triple your fat-burning overnight system, and the #1 vegetable to avoid exclusive video report. A total value of $277 for a one-time only discounted price of just $37. Here's what you need to do in order to take advantage of this limited time 80% off discount before it's gone. Simply click the button below and you'll be taken to our 256-bit secure checkout page. We use only the best state-of-the-art security systems, so your information is always 100% secure. Once you've entered in your information, you'll get instant access to the entire Flat Belly Detox system, the 24-hour cheat talks, the fat-burning restaurant survival guide, the triple your fat-burning overnight system, and the #1 vegetable to avoid exclusive video report. Your life-changing transformation is just a few seconds away. And if this feels right for you, then click the button below and your 80% discount will automatically be applied to your order. Now I completely understand if you're still skeptical. After all, I've bared my soul with you here today and most people don't do that. And you might still be wondering if this will work for you. Which is why I want to put your worries at ease. Because when you say yes to the Flat Belly Detox today, you'll be backed by our 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. If over the next 60 days you feel like you didn't receive 10 times the value of what you paid for, then I insist you get an immediate and full refund, no questions asked. Simply send an email to our support team and you'll be taken care of right away. That means you can go through the entire 21-day system up to 3 times. And if you aren't happy with your results, then you pay nothing. There's no risk in getting started. And I'll personally be there on the inside, ready to help you transform your body and your health in just minutes a day. Get started right now by clicking the Add to Cart button below. Look, I know we've covered a lot of information here today. However, right now, you're at a crossroads, and you only have 3 options. Option 1 is you can close out of this free presentation and forget everything you've learned here today. You can keep feeling frustrated and upset with your body. You can keep hoping things will change, and you can keep doing the same things over and over again that have led you to where you're at right now, with a body you're obviously unhappy with. However, if you made it this far, then I know you want more. Option 2 is you can take everything you learned here today and try to apply it to yourself. You can spend months trying to find the super healing soups and spices that effortlessly melt fat right off your body. And you can create your own white coffee recipes to kill your cravings, eliminate your hunger, and burn more fat for energy every day. You can spend the next few months or even years figuring all of that out on your own. However, if that's your plan, wouldn't you have done it already? Wouldn't you have figured this all out a long time ago? The truth is, soon life will get in the way, like it always does, and you'll never end up getting around to it. Or you can make the smart choice and take advantage of all the hard work I've already done for you and use the simple step-by-step system to melt away every last ounce of frustrating fat off your body. After all, I've already done all the heavy lifting to figure this out on my own after years of bullying, teasing, and ruthless ridicule from so many people in my life. All you have to do is a few simple tricks throughout the day that I've already proven work, and you can start visibly seeing a flatter, more firm belly. So if you want to take the easy way out and follow the proven path I've already laid out for you that can melt away up to 37 pounds or more in the next 20 days, then simply click the Add to Cart button below to get 80% off the Flat Belly Detox program along with your 4 free gifts, and I'll be there waiting on the inside ready to personally help you. Just imagine how amazing you'll feel when the extra weight starts falling off. Picture having energy that lasts all day so you can finally accomplish everything you want to in life. Imagine seeing your skin clear up as the disastrous toxins hidden in today's most popular foods are gone from your body forever. All this and more can be yours when you finally decide to do something for yourself, putting yourself first for once, and saying yes to the body and life you desire. Just click the button below to get started today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Josh Houghton. Are you still there? I get it. You took in a lot of information today and you may still have some questions. Here are the most common questions I've received about the Flat Belly Detox system. Question: am I too old for this to work? Answer: definitely not. It has worked wonders for women and men in their 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up to people in their late 70s and early 80s. That's because there are no marathon workout sessions or joint-killing high-intensity intervals that ruin your back and hurt your knees. Simply follow the nutritional shifts included in the program and feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions. Question: Josh, I lost 7 pounds in the first 7 days. Is this normal? Answer: congratulations! The Flat Belly Detox is in sync with your natural fat-burning cycles, and you should be proud of yourself. On average, we see 5 pounds of weight loss in the first week, although we've seen as much as 11 pounds of fat lost. However, it's so much more than that. It's how your clothes fit as the weight starts coming off, how you see yourself in the mirror as the fat starts melting away and your true body begins to show. Everyone is different, yet at least 5 pounds of weight loss in the first week is about average. Question: do I need a bunch of equipment or a fridge full of diet foods to get started? Answer: absolutely not. You do not need a single piece of equipment or any special diet food to get started. All you need is a positive attitude that's focused on getting the results you desire without letting anything stand in your way. Question: what happens after I click the Add to Cart button? Answer: once you click the Add to Cart button below, you'll be taken to our 100% secure order form page. Once you enter in your information, you'll receive instant and immediate access to our entire Flat Belly Detox program, along with the 4 free gifts. You can download all the manuals and videos straight to your computer, tablet, or phone so you can use them as often as you'd like. This is a one-time only investment in yourself, and you will never be billed again. Question: how does your money-back guarantee work? Answer: these Flat Belly secrets have saved people's lives, rescued marriages, and even freed people from their expensive medications and hospital visits, which is why I wanted to make it as easy as possible for you to try it out. So I took all the risk so you can test it out on me. If you go through the program and realize it's just not for you, send me an email and I'll be happy to provide you with a full refund, no questions asked. Question: Josh, I'm ready to make a change. What's the next step? Answer: I'm so excited and I can't wait to help you break through and transform your body starting today. The first step is to click the Add to Cart button below, enter in your information in our 100% secure order form, and you'll receive instant access to the entire Flat Belly Detox program, along with your 4 bonus gifts absolutely free. And with our 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose and an exciting, youthful life to gain.